I'm Dr. Mahammad Rafi, Associate Professor, Department of Cyber Security at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I want to discuss about computer network subject, in which the topic is a media access control, that is MAC. The outcome of this media access control is which is enhanced the communication efficiency between two devices. These media access control the protocol now, which is simultaneously which is enabling the communication with minimum time delay, which improving the real time the performance. Here the outcome of this which improves the real time the performance can be improved. Here how it is improving the real time performance means now by supporting the very low latency applications such as the video calling or online gaming. So by supporting this now, the improving the real time the performance and reliability in industrial and Internet of Things the applications. That's why here which provide the very reliable the communication for automation and smart systems. Automations and smart system now very reliable at the communication, efficient at the communication. The reliability means now without errors. Without errors now the data transparency can be done with a MAC at the protocol. MAC is nothing but a medium access at the control protocol. So each and every mission has its unique MAC address. While manufacturing the devices, computer devices or laptop devices, the manufacturer give the unique MAC address for each and every other device. That is a next the outcome is it is a very scalable. MAC the protocols are very scalable, which supporting the range of devices from the local area network to the wide scale satellite system. LAN local network to the wide scale satellite system now it will be supported. So these are all the outcomes of the MAC protocol, that is a media access control protocol. So media access control, what is a media access control? So it is a unique number which is given by the manufacturer to the each and every system. So this is the media access control protocol. So it is a sub layer of the data link layer in a OSI reference model. If we take the OSI reference model, with the OSI reference model now which is having the 7 layers: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, and presentation layer, application layer. From that the 7 layer now the data link layer. So it is a second layer. MAC is a media access control is a sub layer in a data link layer. If you take this as the data link layer, these are the data link layer now which is placed in a OSI reference model. These are all the OSI reference model. This is the data link layer sub layers. Data link layer having the 2 sub layers. One is a LLC sublayer and second one is a MAC sublayer. 2 sublayers now which is having. So above the data link layer the network layer is present. Below the data link layer the physical layer is presented. So that's why now this which is responsible. This DLL data link layer which is responsible for controlling how the devices in a network uniquely identified. That means now with help of this the MAC with help of this MAC address, now media access control address devices uniquely, we can identify the devices uniquely and access the shared communication channels. the channels can be accessed. The functionalities, if you take these, the functionalities of the data link layer sublayers, MAC the functionality now, which is congestion the control can be done with the multiple accesses. Congestion, if is there any congestions while transmitting the data between the two devices, the congestions can be controlled with help of this MAC address. Why? Because now which is uniquely identifying the other devices. By uniquely identifying the other devices, now the congestions can be controlled. Whatever the device is identified and rectified, the data can be sent to the that other particular other device. And also now which is operates in a broadcast link. Broadcast the link means now the communication can be done one to other many, one to one devices to other many devices. The data transparency can be done. So in this case now this MAC layer now which is the active. If you take this LLC link layer control, this logical link layer control now, if you take now, which is a frame flow control can be done. LLC sublayer, if is there any frames, now the frame controlling can be done with help of the LLC sublayer. Now which is operates both the dedicated and breadth cost link now. Like this now, these sublinks sublayers can be generally which will be operated. This is about the media access the control. This is a diagrammatical presentation. And how evaluate, that means the history of the MAC the protocol, how it is the evaluated of the medium access control the protocol, what is the history of the protocol. Here is now era, if you take this era 1970s, the protocol MAC the protocol now, first they have developed the Aloha protocol. Aloha protocol, that means Aloha the protocol, by using this Aloha protocol now identifying the other devices in 1970s. In 1970s, here is the meaning of the Aloha is a additive link on a line Hawaii area. So this is the full form of the Aloha. Now the future of the Aloha means now which is accessing the devices randomly. Whatever the devices now identified, that the devices randomly can be accessed. Now with help of this Aloha this address now, Aloha the protocol identifying the other devices, uniquely identifying the devices, and the transmissions can be done. Here if is there any collisions, now with the Aloha what it is doing now, retransmissions after the that whatever the collisions are arise during this other transmission, the Aloha protocol which retransmit the other messages. And the usage, that is where it is usage, means this is the foundation for MAC the protocol. Now Aloha is a first the foundation for the MAC the protocol which was developed in the 1970s, used in a actually which is Aloha used in a Aloha net. This is the foundation for the MAC medium access the control the protocol. Next in 1973, if you take CSMA the CD the protocol used over the Ethernet. Here CSMA CD means here the carrier sends the multiple accesses with the collision other detections. That means the future means now the carrier the sensing, the collisions detecting, random the backup after the other collision. So these are the features included by the CSMA CD the protocol. Here is the usage where it is using means now, so which is used in a wide LANs. Wide LAN now, in a wide LAN, so these are the protocol. We can use the CSMA CD the protocol in a wide LANs. That means in a Ethernet and networking is Ethernet standard. So here is this CDMA protocol now, we are saying it is a IEEE 802.3 which is standard, which is having that. And in 1980s, token ring. the protocol, tokening protocol was introduced by the IBM. Standard, the International Business Mission, this is the IBM company, developed the token ring the protocol. So these are the token ring protocol now, which is passing the tokens. This passing the token, that passing token mechanism. Token means here, so it is a collection of other packets. Generally, we are seeing it as a tokens. The only the token the holders can be transmitted. Where it is using this the token ring protocol means now. So generally, which is used whatever the devices are connected over the LAN. So in this now, the token ring can be utilized. These are the protocols can be utilized, and by the Ethernet, over the Ethernet, whatever the networks is connected with the Ethernet, there also now we can use. In 1990s now, CSMA-CA, that is a Wi-Fi. CSMA-CA is a Wi-Fi protocol. So this is the CSMA-CA the protocol now. That means CSMA means so carrier sends multiple access with a collision avoidance. Now these are the protocol. What it is doing now, if is there any collisions while transmitting the data, if any collisions are occur, so here that will be the collisions can be detected and avoid the collisions. The future means now here is devising the signal intent to the transmit, and it is used in a standard for the wireless LANs. IEEE in wireless LANs now we are using the protocol as a IEEE 802.11 in the form in this other form. In this the protocol form now we are using these are the CSMA CA, that is used in a Wi-Fi wireless the fidelity, that means a Wi-Fi and networking now. These CSMA CA the protocol can be used. This standard of this the protocol is IEEE 802.11. This is the standardization of this other protocol. And in the 2000, in between the 2000 and 2010, so in this the decade here, in this the protocol is introduced the protocol, the MCA, the supporting the enhancing protocol, that means here time division multiple access, that is TDMA, FDMA and OFDMA protocol. These are the protocols are introduced in the period 2000 to 2010, in this other period. So TDMA means here time division multiple access protocol. FDMA means now frequency division multiple access protocol, and OFDMA means now so orthogonal the frequency division multiple access are the protocols. These are the protocols. So now we are introduced in 2000 to 2010. The key features. Here the key feature is now mainly which is time division or frequency division purpose. Now we are using this as a protocol while transmitting the data, fixing the time and fixing the frequency as the division. This much of this as the frequency can be used, and which is enabling the simultaneous other transmissions on divide and the divided the channels, and also which is used in a cellular 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi and broadband wireless network. Now it will be used. So in 2019, Wi-Fi 6, the version 6 was introduced. That is OFDMA in a Wi-Fi 6. That means now the standardization of this Wi-Fi 6 the protocol. So is a 802.11 AX the protocol introduced in a 2019. The future of this the protocol, this enhanced the protocol, that means channel subdivision for the multiple simultaneous the transmissions, and which is reducing the latency. Latency can be reduced and improve the performance in a dense environment. That means if you take the any IoTs, Internet of Things and smart homes, any smart homes or Internet of Things now, the performance, this is the Wi-Fi, the performance can be improved. It may be used in your domestic purpose or Internet of Things purpose. Now, these are the protocol can be utilized, Wi-Fi protocol. And in 2020 now, here MAC the protocol, 5G MAC, that is a combination of the OFDMA and TDMA. These are the 5G MAC first This the 5G MAC the protocol was introduced, developed 2020. So this is the 5th generation MAC protocol. So this MAC protocol, it is a very high speed, low latency, and which supports the all other massive other devices, whatever the devices are connected, and slicing for the various the application. So it will be support for any other various other applications which is having the low latencies, and where it is using means mobile networking, advanced the mobile networking. Now these the protocols can be utilized in a advanced technology. Now advanced mobile networking, that means now which is these are the networking which is supporting the which supports the IoT and autonomous other systems. Autonomous systems now it will be supports. Here in the future, after the 2020, in the future now, advanced MAC the protocol will be introduced. Present the protocol running the 5G MAC the protocol which is running, the manufacturer, each and every manufacturer, they will give the unique MAC address. Each and every mission having the unique MAC address. Here in future now the research is going on a development of the advanced MAC the protocol. So this advanced MAC protocol, so that means for the IoT or these are the connectivity radios or 6G networks. 6G networks which will be connected now. These advanced protocol. Mainly these are the protocol advanced MAC the protocol now, mainly which is focused on the ultra low latency, high reliability, and connectivity radio other captures. Connectivity radio other captures. Where generally the use case of this advanced the future advanced MAC the protocol is now in emerging applications like autonomous vehicles, automated other vehicles, now industrial IoTs. So in this the emerging the application areas now, this advanced MAC the protocol can be utilized. So this is about the history of the MAC. So MAC the protocol, if we take the MAC protocol, the key responsibilities of the MAC protocol is addressing and channel accessing and collision handling. These three are the key responsibilities. Addressing, that means now the manufacturer, they are giving the unique MAC address to the device. Those who are manufacturing the computer, the electronic devices now. So for your smartphones or the computer devices or laptop now, the manufacturer now they will assign the unique MAC address to that the particular the device for identification on the network. Identifications of that particular device on a network now, they are giving the unique number. Channel access now, which is managing the access to the shared communication media. Generally, the channel accessing now, the data rate, based on this channel accessing, the data rate also now we can improve the data rate. How can you improve the data rate? Means now by optimizing the bandwidth of the communication media. In a communication media, the data rate now can be increased. That means the performance of the data rate can be increased. The bulk amount of the data can be transferred. Collision handling generally here. Generally, these collision handling can be prevented and resolving the data collisions in a shared networks. That means if any other two networks are sharing the other resources now, if they are these two resources are coming in a opposite other direction at a particular other point, now, if two sources are coming, okay, source one it is coming from the mission 1, and the source this another which is the resource coming from the mission 2. Whenever it is coming at opposite direction at one particular point here, this at the particular point, generally the collision will arise. So these are the collision. By handling this the collision, with help of this the collision handling and preventing and resolving this the data collisions in a shared network. Whatever the other networks now we are using, these are the shared networks that will be resolved. These are all the key responsibilities of the MAC layer. That means addressing, channel addressing, collision handling. Here the functions of the medium access control, that is a MAC. The functions now generally here now we can perform the functions are first the framing. That means now the framing means now whatever the data we are receiving in the form of the packets from the above layer, above of this medium access control sub layer, that is a network layer. So the data packets can be divided into the frames at this MAC sub layer. That means here these are the framing now which is organizes the bits into the frames. This is organizing the bits into the frames with start and end delimiters, starting and ending delimiters. Error checking. Error checking means now which is checks for the errors. Checking for the errors in a data using the mechanisms like cyclic redundancy check, that is a CRC. Cyclic redundancy check, CRC. And a flow control. Flow control also is one of the function now which is controlling the other flow. That means how it is controlling the flow means by optimizing the bandwidth of the transmission media. So by optimizing the bandwidth of the transmission media now, which will be other control, and which is prevents the network congestions. Network congestions can be prevented by controlling the data transmission rate. Here this is about these are all the functions of the MAC. And protocols, generally different MAC protocols are depends upon the network. Whatever the networks now we are using here, based on that now the protocol versions will be changed. Suppose if you are using the Ethernet, now the protocol standard now you can use the IEEE 802.3. This is used generally in a wide local area networks. That means now which is employed, that is a carrier sense multiple access with the collision detection. If is there any other carrier sense multiple access, that is CSMA CD protocol can be used in a wide local area networks. And Wi-Fi, that means IEEE 802.11 for wireless of the networks now, which is uses the CSMA CA. CSMA CA means now the carrier sense multiple access with the collision avoidance. Multiple access carrier sense with the multiple access, that is for wireless networks now, which is Wi-Fi. These are the standard, the protocol standard now. For Wi-Fi network, we are using the IEEE 802.11 as the standard as the protocol. And the token ring. So that generally it is used in any ring topologies or any circuit of the topologies. Ring topology, any circuits or any mesh. These are the token rings can be used. Where token what it will do means now these are the tokens are circulating the granting the transmission permission. Token rings now which is granting the transmission permission. That means now granting the transmission permission means now while the data if you want to move in this the topology from one device to the another device here now. So these are the token ring, these are the protocols now which grants the permission and circulating the tokens. Token means here it is a collection of other packets. That packets can be received from the, so these packets can be received from the network layer, and so that whatever the packets received from the network layer, so that other packets can be divided into the datagrams and via the physical media in the form of ones and zero, so that will be other transmitted. Here is the TDMA and FDMA, that is a time division multiple access and frequency division multiple access, generally used in a cellular mobile networking or satellite networks. Why? Because now these TDMA and FDMA, this TDMA and FDMA now, so it will be generally we are separating the time and frequency slots. In a mobile other communication or in a satellites, whatever, wherever the satellites now we are sending a satellite network now, time and frequency slots can be allocated. Here is the MAC, the protocols and methods are very important now for achieving the efficiency, secure. So with help of this MAC, the protocol now can provide the high security, now can protect the data also. And also the fair communication can be done. That means the reliable other communication can be done between the two devices. That means without other data loss now, reliable other communication means without other data loss, the data can be transmitted to the identified device in a shared network environment. In a shared networking, the environment that can be done. And minimizing the interfaces, and enhancing the data reliability. Here, common MAC protocols and their other characteristics. The protocols are now Ethernet, Wi-Fi, token ring, and Bluetooth. Ethernet. In Ethernet, in this other networking, in the Ethernet the protocol now, generally we are utilizing the IEEE 802.3 standard. The protocols can be used. Generally here, where you are using this type of these are the protocols means generally wide local area network. No, these are the protocols can be utilized. So these are the protocols can be accessed by using the CD, CSMA and CD by using this the method. The accessing method is CSMA and CD. Main the feature what will do, this is the Ethernet protocol means now collisions can be detected over the network. Whatever the network now, over this other network, the collisions, whatever the collisions are happened now, that the collisions or disturbances can be detected for which will be disturbed. The collisions now disturbed for other communication that will be detected and corrected. Here is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi means now for Wi-Fi purpose now the standard, the protocol standard we are using the IEEE 802.11 standard, the protocol we are using this standard. It is Wi-Fi is nothing but this protocol. Generally we are using the any wireless network. That means here wireless local area network. Now we are using this Wi-Fi protocol. Here also the access method also same CSMA and CA. Carrier sends multiple other access. That means here now Wi-Fi what it is doing now, collisions can be avoided. Whatever the collisions are occurred, that can be avoided. Token ring protocol is the standard, the protocol standard now we are using as IEEE 802.50 standard we are using. So it is a wide ring network. Now we are using this protocol in a wide ring network. And tokens are processed. That means the collection of other packets. The collection of packets now in the form of the tokens. That will be either transferred from one devices to other devices. Control the access with other tokens. With help of these other tokens now, the token number, the access can be controlled in other communication. Here is the Bluetooth technology. Bluetooth the protocol. The standardization is IEEE 802.15.1. So this is the Bluetooth the protocol the standardization. Network type is a wireless PAN, personal area the network. And the frequency, that means frequency hopping, that is FHSS. The key features are the short range and frequency hopping. Hopping can be done. Jumping frequency, that will be jump the frequency. Hop means jumping the frequency from one frequency to other frequency, and it will be jump with the help of the Bluetooth or the technology. And Zigbee protocol, the standard is a IEEE 802.15.4. This is the standardization of the Zigbee. And so here is the network type is a wireless sensor networking. And accessing method CSMA and CA. By using this the protocols now that can be accessed. Here is the feature. If you take low the power and low data rate, and TDMA protocol, time division multiple accessing protocol. The standardization is a cellular network now. We are using this protocol, we are using the cellular networks and wireless and satellites. Cellular networks, wireless and satellites. Generally, these are the protocols now we are utilizing. Time slot allocations. Time slot allocation, by allocating the time slot, these frame to frame or token to token, for accessing the one token to another token now, particular time slot will be given. By giving this the particular time slot, so that will be accessed. Divides the medium into the time slots. So the medium here, whatever the medium is given, that will be divided into the number of time slots. And FDMA means frequency division multiple access. Here generally these frequency division multiple access now we are utilizing the satellites or cellular networking. So these are the satellites and cellular, mobile cellular means here. So the type of the network is a wireless network. Frequency band allocation. Frequency and the band allocation now here. And the accessing method is based on the frequency, the band, the frequency band, based on this the frequency band now. So the signals can be allocated. Here is divides the medium into the frequency bands. Whatever the frequencies are available based on this the frequency band, that will be divided. MAC as a protocol. So that is a Ethernet now IEEE 802.11 here. So local area networks. Networking is a LAN. Generally in a local area network now it is. So the usage means here, this is the application. The application of this Ethernet now, we are using the local area networks LAN. Where it is used means now any video conferences. Any video conferences now we can use this. The networks. And also here now, voice over the internet as a protocol, any online gaming, this Ethernet as a protocol standard IEEE 802.3, so it can be used. So this is a real time other use case. Video gaming, video conference, voice over internet protocol. Voice over internet protocols now generally Skype, LinkedIn. So these are all the voice over internet as a protocols or online gaming. Wi-Fi we are using IEEE 802.11 standard. Where it is Wi-Fi now we are applying means now home or offices or public networks. So in these the three areas now Wi-Fi is generally we are utilizing. This is the application areas of the Wi-Fi. And real time where we are using means video streaming, that is a Netflix. Video streaming means in a Netflix we are using the Wi-Fi. By using the Wi-Fi here, Netflix, the videos and video streaming can be done. That means video streaming operations we are performing. That means here now in a streaming operation generally we are using the TCP protocol. By using this the TCP protocol, streaming operations can be performed. And remote and the collaboration tools, that is IoT, Internet of Other Things. So token ring, that is IEEE 802.11 here. So that is the application area of the token ring. Generally any automation missions. So industrial automation missions are legacy systems now. So in these automation of the systems missionaries now, these the token ring the protocol can be utilized. Real time use case in the factory floor control. By using this the token ring the protocol now, if any other factories or industries, the floor control mechanism can be done. Real time data collections can be done by using the token ring protocols. Here next Bluetooth, the application where we will apply means here personal area network, that is a PAN personal area network. Now this Bluetooth technology can be applied here. These protocols can be utilized. Wireless audio and health monitoring and automotive information maintaining. So in this now automatic systems now, these Bluetooth the technology can be used, and wireless audios are health monitoring also used. So Zigbee means now IEEE 802.15.11. Here is the IoT smart home networks now it can be used. And home automation, security sensors or environmental monitoring. use case, real, any home automations, any security sensors. So these are the Zigbee protocol used in a security sensor, and environmental other monitoring also used, and a TDMA, time division multiple access now. So it is used in a cellular other communications or satellites. The protocol cellular network now, by using this cellular networking, this version of the protocol TDMA the protocol now, which can be used in a cellular communication and satellites. Voice calls, any voice calls, real time here, if any voice calls, the mobile other communications, text messagings, or any satellite other communications. So WhatsApp messages, this is the best the examples for the TDMA. And FDMA now it is now satellites and radios. That means now which is the application area is a radio broadcasting and aviation system. That means now airlines, mainly it is used in FDMA protocols are used in airlines. Here the usage is a emergency response, real time air traffic other communication. So this is the uses. Here the media access and the controlling, the textbooks are the the origin, data communication and networking, or S the Tenenbaum computer networks. These two are the textbooks for the media access or the controlling. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.